Have you ever faced a room full of powerful enemies, knowing your next words could mean life or death? This was exactly the situation the Apostle Paul found himself in when he stood before the Sanhedrin, the highest Jewish council in Jerusalem, around 57 AD. Picture the scene: a crowded chamber filled with 70 of the most influential religious leaders in Jerusalem. The air is thick with tension as Paul, a former Pharisee turned Christian missionary, stands before his accusers. These aren't just any opponents, they're the same council that had previously authorized the persecution of Christians, a mission Paul himself once led. The high priest Ananias, known for his corruption and violent temper, presides over the assembly. As Paul begins to speak, his words are confident and direct. "Brothers, I have fulfilled my duty to God in all good conscience to this day." Before he can continue, Ananias commands those nearby to strike Paul on the mouth, an illegal act that reveals the council's prejudice. Paul's response is sharp and prophetic. "God will strike you, you whitewashed wall. You sit there to judge me according to the law, yet you yourself violate the law by commanding that I be struck." When others object to his harsh words toward the high priest, Paul quickly demonstrates his respect for the office, quoting scripture, "You shall not speak evil of a ruler of your people." But then comes Paul's masterful strategic move. Looking around the chamber, he recognizes both Pharisees and Sadducees among his judges. These two groups, though united in the Jewish faith, held deep theological differences. The Pharisees believed in the resurrection of the dead, angels, and spirits. The Sadducees rejected all these beliefs. Seizing this opportunity, Paul declares, "My brothers, I am a Pharisee, descended from Pharisees. I stand on trial because of the hope of the resurrection of the dead." These words act like a spark in a powder keg. The chamber erupts into chaos as the two factions turn against each other, forgetting their common enemy. The Pharisees begin defending Paul, saying, "We find nothing wrong with this man. What if a spirit or an angel has spoken to him?" The dispute becomes so violent that the Roman commander, fearing Paul might be torn to pieces, orders his soldiers to take him away to the barracks. This confrontation showcases Paul's brilliant understanding of human nature and religious politics. In one strategic moment, he transforms a united opposition into a divided house, using their own theological disagreements to his advantage. It's a masterclass in wisdom, showing how knowledge of people's beliefs and divisions can be used to advance the truth. That night, the Lord stands near Paul and says, "Take courage, as you have testified about me in Jerusalem, so you must also testify in Rome." This divine encouragement confirms that Paul's clever defense was part of God's larger plan to spread the gospel. The aftermath of this encounter ripples through history. It leads to a series of events that eventually take Paul to Rome, fulfilling Jesus' promise that his message would spread from Jerusalem to the ends of the earth. Paul's appearance before the Sanhedrin shows us that God can use our knowledge, quick thinking, and even the divisions among our opponents to accomplish his purposes. This story reminds us that standing for truth often requires both courage and wisdom. Like Paul, we might face situations where we need to be as shrewd as snakes and as innocent as doves. His example teaches us that understanding our audience, staying true to our convictions, and trusting in God's larger plan can help us navigate even the most challenging confrontations. Don't forget to share the video to encourage others. Then like and subscribe for more inspiring content.